Let's talk about more on the benefits of open source AI. So another thing you mentioned in your letter is that open source AI can accelerate innovation and economic growth. How is this already happening, and how do you see this happening more in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a version of this which AI will do no matter how it's developed. And then there's a version of this that I think benefits from open source specifically. So I think that AI has more potential than any other single technology that's being developed right now to increase productivity, accelerate the economy, make it so that kind of every person has the ability to be more creative and produce more interesting things. And I think that that's all going to be great. I also think I hope that it'll help out with science and medical research and things like that. Um, there are a lot of folks today, though, who don't necessarily have access to the ability to fine tune or build their own state of the art models. So they're sort of limited to what these large labs do. Um, and like I just said, I think one of the defining aspects of our culture around innovation as a sort of a country or society is like it's not just big companies that do it, right? There's all these startups and hackers and academics and people in university. And I think you want to give all of those folks access to state of the art models that they can build on top of. Not just that they can run, which is what they have today with the closed vendors, but that they can build on top of and tweak and distill down to smaller models that they can run on their laptop or their phone or whatever other device they're building. And I think that that's just going to unlock a ton of progress. There's also a version of this where you can look at it by um, nation too. So it's not just that startups might not have the resources or universities might not have the resources to go train their own, large scale foundation models now or in the future, but there are a lot of countries that aren't going to have the ability to do that because I mean, pretty soon these things are going to cost many billions of dollars to train, and um, I think that having the ability for different countries and entrepreneurs in different countries and businesses to use it to serve people better and just do better work is going to be something that basically like lifts all boats around the world and just has a massive kind of equalizing effect. So I think that that's really positive, and that's one of the places where we get the most thanks for this is not actually the tech community, but it's like different developing countries or other countries that want to have access to the technology and do stuff with it. But wouldn't necessarily have the tech field themselves to produce something that is state of the art that their business can build on top of. But once they have it, it's actually pretty easy to go train your own thing. So that's a pretty neat part of this.